Hi, Beginning Band Percussion Ensemble. So today we are going to talk about notes on the staff and the different clefs and how to read them. If you have any questions about today's lesson, please take note. You can get a hold of me a ton of different ways. Email me, lejohnson@hsd2.org. My office, give me a phone call at 719-579-2754. I have a Google Voice that calls my phone or texts my phone for you, and you can get a hold of me at 719-470-2490. And finally, you can reach out via Teams or chat. I'm going to go ahead and use my brand new whiteboard eraser. I've never seen one this nice before. And then we can get started. Wow, look at how nice that works. Okay, great. So, music, we know, can be high sounds or low sounds. Way down here or way up here. And they need to be organized in some way so that if I write down a piece of music, you can play it. Or if you write down a piece of music, I can play it. We need to know what those symbols mean. So we have what's known as the staffs. Five lines. And this marker totally doesn't work, so I'm going to pause it and get a different one. Okay, that's moderately better. So we have 5 lines on the staff and 4 spaces. If we're reading in treble clef, that means the notes that are a lot closer to where a soprano, where an alto would sing, someone with a higher voice, or a flute, trumpet, French horn, clarinet, saxophone, where those instruments would play. Okay? So to indicate that we're going to use those higher notes, we use something called a treble clef. It's really swirly, really cool. I'm going to draw that one more time so you can see it. Start at the bottom, circle at the top, loop it around. So the treble clef has those higher notes we talked about. Ooh, that needs a little bigger. There we go. So the bottom line, we start with E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay? Our musical scale only uses 8, well, technically 7 letters because it repeats. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all we use. So we have the lines, which are E, G, B, D, and F. You might even know a saying like, every good boy deserves fudge, every good bird does fly, every girl buys designer footwear. A second grade student I had back in Minnesota taught me that one, and I'm never going to forget it. Every girl buys designer footwear. So we also have our spaces, right? If the lines have specific notes, the spaces do too. We have F, A, C, E. Spells a word. Space, right? We have the notes in the treble clef staff. Space. So if I want to play those notes on the piano, let me see if I can bring you with me. Ah, yes I can. So if I want to play those notes on the piano, E, F, G, B, C, D, E, F. Not a whole lot of notes, right? So we also need to use the bass clef. The bass clef is the lower notes where people with tenor, baritone, and bass voices can sing, and where instruments like trombone, baritone, euphonium, tuba, where they play. Oh, and bass guitar. I should add, percussion, you play up here. Unless you're playing timpani, the really big low kettle drums, you play up here. So do guitarists. So if you're a bass guitarist, a tuba player, anybody in the low brass section of the brass family, you play down here and you have a bass clef. So much easier to draw. Just a little candy cane, 2 dots. You'll notice the dots kind of go around, they circle a line. F. They circle F, okay? And up here, your squirrely treble clef circles G, just so you know. So in the bass clef, we have E. No, we don't. We have G. I was writing in treble clef. We have G because we have good burritos don't fall apart. Good burritos don't fall apart. They just don't. And if they do, that means you put too much filling in them. So good burritos don't fall apart. And then on this basis, we have all cows eat grass. Okay? Good burritos don't fall apart on the lines. All cows eat grass. And if I play that on the piano, it goes like, there we go. Oh my gosh, you're going to fall right off. It goes G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And then we're done. So those are the notes in treble clef and bass clef. If we tie them together, I have a brand new eraser. Why am I using my hand? Okay, now I smeared it. If we tie them together, it's called the grand staff. Okay? So instruments like the piano play in the grand staff. Instruments like flute, trumpet, French horn, voices, clarinet. There's so many up here. Saxophone. I'm getting tired of writing. I don't even know how to write anymore. I type so much. Saxophone, guitar, and percussion are up here. And that's a high voice, by the way. If you're playing in bass clef, that means you must be playing bass guitar. Ah, yeah. Trombone. That's the one with the slide, remember? I actually have one here. Trombone. Tuba, which I have over here. There's a tuba. It's enormous. I don't want to pick it up. It's heavy. Just kidding. It's not that heavy. So we've got treble, baritone / euphonium, which is like a mini tuba. If you watch the Army Field Band video, you remember that euphonium means beautiful sound. All right. So there's the clefs. Treble clef, bass clef, and together they make the grand staff. Hopefully this helps you out with a little bit more understanding of the notes on the staff, how they're organized, what these clefs mean, and that will help you get started on your breezing through theory assignment. All right, see you later.